Whoever wants to start off with the first question about
Markquis, is there a point in the second half where a collective thought is you guys are getting rushed too much at any point?
That's not a thought, but I felt like at point in times during the second half we did get rushed, which led to turnovers and fast break points for them. Also in the second half, I feel like they came out and were the tougher team. They got a lot of second chance points and offensive rebounds, which led them to have momentum and be able to come back and win.
Did you guys kind of hit the panic button at any point?
No.
Keyontae, what was the key in them in Texas playing more physically especially at the outset of the second half?
Mainly just when we had the bigs on the other bigs, we try to go one-on-one right there, little guard, double the post. I feel like we just lost off the ball. When our man's off the ball, they cut it and we lost sight of them, and they had the movement helped them get open shots. So I feel like that's what we failed at this game, really.
For either one of you, this is your first two-game losing streak this season. How do you bounce back quickly against TCU, a team that beat you before?
Just come to practice tomorrow, just learn from film. Both games, it was our mistakes that we messed up on that we easily could fix. Good thing it wasn't like nothing serious, like we bad defensive. We turned the ball over a lot, and they capitalized off of it. So it's just limiting our turnovers, just giving us a chance to win, really.
Markquis, when Keyontae gets those fouls and is out of the first half, I think you only played 5 minutes in the first half. How does that change the offense?
I mean, he's our go-to player. It changes a lot when he gets 2 or 3 quick fouls. But we managed to fight through and continue to keep battling while he was out. But yeah, those 2 quick ones could change the whole narrative of a half or the game. So.
And then Keyontae, Coach Tang talked about when you do pick up those fouls, kind of limit your ability to rebound and maybe even on the defensive end a little bit. Is that something you're conscious of, not trying to pick up that 4th and 5th foul?
Yes. I mean, I did get in my head, like when I had the early fouls, it was just I didn't want to over-aggress, try to rebound and they call over the back or something. Just trying to limit myself from gaining fouls and just finding a way to stay on the floor, really.
Markquis, when you think back to the way teams were defending you earlier in the Big 12 compared to how they're defending you now, can you describe how much different it is or the schemes that they're throwing at you?
It's different. I got to adjust to what teams throw at me. Tonight I wasn't really good. I turned the ball over way too much, which is something that I take pride in. But in the first half of the season, they kind of let me catch the ball, and let me do whatever I wanted to do. Now it's a little different with the second half of the season because they're trying to deny me. They're trying to keep the ball out of my hands. So I just got to watch film and find out ways to be aggressive, but not hurt my team. I feel like tonight, there was point in times where, I was over dribbling or trying to make the home run play, and that kind of cost us. So I watch film and be better as a point guard and a leader, so that this won't happen again.
You talked about the turnovers there. You had 6 tonight. You had 4 or 5 against Kansas. What can you do to really improve that and start limiting those?
Make single plays. I feel like I try to make the home run a lot. Teams scout too. Teams really watch film. So when I was going into the paint tonight, they were stunting and staying. And when I was throwing the ball, it was costing us turnovers. So I just got to watch for stuff like that in the beginning of the game and see how teams want to play me. But I'm pretty sure I see that look, for the rest of the season.
Was it hard to dictate the pace in that second half with the amount of whistles that were getting blown?
No comment.
Was the message of Coach Tang after this one a little bit different, even in past losses?
I mean, it was still the same. He told us to feel this loss. We felt like we gave the game away, but they are obviously a good team as well. So it was just mistakes that we had made that could cause us to win the game, and we felt like they capitalized off of it. So he was just saying, we'll come in tomorrow, just same focus. There's nothing changed with him. He's consistent with everything he say, and we just gonna keep going with that.
You struggle making the home run play, and we've seen you make the alley-oops, the gravy passes. How do you balance that? You want to have those great plays, but with that, about to come turnovers and stuff like that?
Time and place, situation. It has to be there. Sometimes I try to thread the needle with my passes, but like I said, I have to watch film and see how teams want to play me. If they want to deny, me the ball, or if they want to stunt and stay, there's always an answer. So like I said, these past 3 games, I've been turning the ball over a lot. I watch these last 3 games, in a row and figure out what I need to do to adjust.
Hey, Markquis, I know the vibe has changed a little since pregame, but what was it like to, have Jacob Pullen in the crowd tonight and hear from him pregame?
I mean, it was love, man. We love when Jacob Pullen come back. He's like my big brother. I've known him since last year and since I came to K-State. But the knowledge and wisdom he gave us, before the game, was pretty cool to see, and just the fans just embracing him and showing him love is really good.
Markquis, could you walk us through the final play there in that huddle before, what you guys were looking for, and if you did get it?
We wanted to get the ball to Keyontae, but they had switched, which led Ismasu to be open. We got it to him, but it wasn't our best look that we went with. But it came down to my turnover when I turned the ball over. Before that possession, my 6 turnovers was crucial today. I have to be better. So.
Keyontae, this isn't the first time you've had early foul trouble. Looking forward, what are some things you can do to avoid that?
I guess really just limit myself from being in the play. Like when they cut, not trying to reach in at the last minute and to get a foul, just let them go ahead and get the layup, because me fouling out is helping them other teams go on a run, or they try to make a big run when I'm in foul trouble and stuff like that. So just trying to limit my aggressiveness early, I guess, and just try to not foul more, I guess.